Hey there, welcome back to my channel. My name is Maureen and today's tutorial is about this beautiful crochet top. It can be called a summer top, crop top, shirt. I didn't have a perfect name for it, so I actually have no name for it, but you can call it whatever you want. All I know that this top is really comfortable. It can be worn on top of anything, jeans, a skirt, and then another thing, the tutorial is really beginner friendly to advanced level, so whichever level you are at in crochet, you can make this beautiful crochet simple top for yourself. And this is actually something you're gonna wear, not something you're gonna keep in your wardrobe. So another thing I want to tell you is that if you're new here, the best way to support me is by liking this video, commenting on it, and hitting the subscribe button for more crochet tutorials. This top is made up of 4 panels. This is the back panel, which is almost identical to the front panel. It's identical in the beginning, but at the top where we start the neckline, that's where it differs just a little bit. So another 2 panels you're gonna need. These are for the sleeves, and they are gonna be 2 and identical. One panel will be for the left sleeve and another panel will be for the right sleeve. I made it in short sleeves, but you can make yours long sleeves if you want to. So for the back panel and actually also the front panel, I made a chain that's measuring 14 inches long, but this is running from one shoulder to the end of the other shoulder. So you can just make a chain and measure it on your shoulder to find one which fits you. So to do that, you're going to make a slip knot. And after making a slip knot, you're going to make a chain in multiples of 15 plus 12, okay? Chain in multiples of 15 plus 12. And if you don't have a tape measure, you can continue to make it in multiples of 15 plus 12 while measuring it against your body by simply putting it from the start of your other shoulder, like the end of the other shoulder, to the end of another shoulder, like from left to right, okay? So for my case, I made a chain of 57, and the chain of 57 is measuring 14 inches long. So after that, I'm going to yarn over twice, but there's going to be a little difference in the treble crochet here. So I'm going to go into the 3rd stitch from the hook, pull up a loop, and pull the same loop through the 1st stitch on my loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and pull through 2, okay? So you're going to make a chain of 2 and yarn over twice. So skip the next 2 chains on the next 2 stitches, okay? 1 and 2, skip them, go into the 3rd stitch, and I'm going to be working back loop only. Go into the 3rd stitch with a treble crochet. I've shown you how you're making our treble crochet. It's not the normal treble crochet. If you have done the herringbone stitch, then you can make this. So make a chain of 2, yarn over twice, and skip the next 2, go into the 3rd stitch with another treble crochet, okay? So don't forget I have a written pattern just in case you're finding it hard here. I have a written pattern for this whole shirt, and it's on my coffee shop. So go on. I'm going to be repeating the same process up to the end of the chain. We are done with row 1. For row 2, you're going to make a chain of 2 and turn your work. After turning your work, we are going to begin placing our design, I should call it. So yarn over twice, and after yarning over twice, you're going to come into the very 1st stitch with a treble crochet. So the chain 2 is a turning chain and does not count as a stitch, okay? So continue into the next chain 2 space. You're going to place 2 treble crochets. I've told you how we are placing our treble crochets is quite different, okay? So continue into the next stitch which is on top of the previous treble crochet. Insert another treble crochet into the chain to space, place 2 treble crochets. So you're going to do this until you have 10 treble crochets in 10 stitches. So we have 10 treble crochets here into 10 stitches. So after that, you're going to make a chain of 2, 1 and 2, yarn over twice, skip the next chain to space and go into the third stitch, which is also on top of the previous treble crochet with a treble crochet. So chain 2, skip the next 2 stitches and go on top of the next treble crochet. Okay, and this is gonna count as our first treble crochet of the 10. So this is first of the 10 that you're going to be placing into the next stitches. So that's 1. So this is the second treble crochet. Remember, you're working in a chain to space, so you place 2 treble crochets. Okay, on top of a treble crochet you place 1 treble crochet, and into the chain to space you place 2 treble crochets until you have 10 treble crochets. Okay, until you have 10 treble crochets. So you already have our 10 treble crochets. So you're going to make a chain of 2, yarn over twice, skip the next chain to space and go on top of that treble crochet with another treble crochet. Okay, so chain 2 again, and after that repeat the same process. So skip that, go on top of this treble crochet and make sure you have 10 treble crochets. Okay, yarn over twice, place another. This is the second treble crochet. We are working in groups of 10 treble crochets for this pattern. So you see I already have 2, okay, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'll stop there, chain 2, come here, chain 2, and then end with 10 treble crochets. So you're coming towards the end of row 2. You can see we have worked in groups or clusters of 10 treble crochets, and now we have 9 treble crochets here. So yarn over twice and place your last treble crochet into that last stitch. Okay, after that we are done with row 2. So this is the end of row 2. So for row 3 you're going to make a chain of 2 and turn your work. Now it's going to be so easy. Okay, we are going to repeat row 2, only that now we are working in stitches and not in chain 2 spaces like before. So place into the next 10 stitches, you're going to be placing treble crochets there. These are our 10 treble crochet stitches. So you're going to make a chain of 2, yarn over twice. Okay, go on top of that treble crochet after skipping the chain 2 space, of course. Chain 2, skip the next chain 2 space and just continue with the pattern. Okay, if there's anything you don't understand, just drop it in the comment section down below. So I hope you have something that looks like this. So for row 3 I just kept on placing the same things we did for row 2. Okay, so for row 1, 2, 3 we have made 3 rows, but you can see our square is made up of 4 rows. Okay, since we have 2 rows of square, means we are going to be adding on more 2 rows of square. Okay, so you can see these are 3 rows. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, so from row 4 and 5, so for row 4 and 5 actually you're going to be repeating row 2. Okay, row 4 and 5, repeat row 2 until your box is made up of 4 rows. Okay, and when we reach row 6, for row 6 we shall be repeating row 1. I hope that makes sense. So for row 6 we repeat row 1 to 5. So that's our pattern. We are going to keep repeating row 1 to 5. Okay, so I assume you have finished your row 5, which is the same as row 2. So for row 6 you're going to repeat row 1, okay? And I told you how we are doing our row 1. Place your treble crochet, chain 2, skip the next 2 stitches, place treble crochet, chain 2, skip 2 stitches, place treble crochet, okay? And you do this up to the end of the row. Okay, I hope I'm clear. I've said for row 2, 3, 4 and 5 they are truly identical, okay? So when you reach row 5 you repeat row 1. Remember, row 1 is made up of only the mesh or the boxes, okay, the empty boxes. If there's anything you don't understand, please just feel free to drop it in the comment section down below and I'll be so glad to get back to you. So you'll continue repeating the pattern, like from row 1 to 5. Keep repeating row 1 to 5 until you come up with the length you're more contented with, okay? For my case, I told you mine is measuring 14 inches in width and 14 inches in length, okay? But you can make yours as wide as you want and as long as you want, okay? For a short top like mine, you're gonna need 14 inches only. My back panel is made up of 20 rows actually. So for the front panel, you're going to start off the same way, repeat the same procedure, same pattern until you have 17 rows with you, okay? Because after 17 rows, you're going to begin decreasing, okay? So this is row 17, okay? And you're going to be decreasing from row 18. So just so you know, for the sleeves, you also start off the same way, 14 inches wide. And this is measuring 14 inches long. So I made it like this because I want my sleeves to be real short. So you start off the same way you started off the back panel, same number of stitches, same pattern for 10 rows. And my 10 rows are giving me 7 inches long. So my sleeve is going to be 7 inches long and 14 inches wide. Remember, this is the one we are going to be folding into two to form the left and the right sleeve, okay? So we are done with the back panel, and I assume you have made your front panel just like this one here. And this front panel so far is measuring 11 inches long and 14 inches wide. Remember, I've stopped on row 17 and I didn't finish it up to row 20 like the other one. So we begin decreasing to make the neckline. So you can see I've decreased off the right side. Okay, remember the decrease, with the decrease you only have to add on 3 rows because the whole thing has to be made up of 20 rows, okay? So I've already decreased here these three rows this side. I'm going to be repeating the same thing onto the other side, okay? So this is what you do, okay? Grab your yarn, attach your yarn, okay? Attach it to that very beginning stitch. After attaching your yarn, remember I have a written pattern of this same top on my coffee shop and the link is in the description box. Yes, so make a chain of 2 the same way we've been starting. After attaching your yarn, make a chain of 2 and continue placing your treble crochets. Remember, 10 treble crochets, okay? And I'll meet you after the 10 treble crochets. We are going to be working our pattern normally up to this stitch here, okay? Up to this stitch. This point that you're going to treble crochet the next 2 treble crochets together. So treble crochet 2 together. To do that, I'm going to come on the front of the next treble crochet, okay? Pull up the front loop only, okay? Pull up the loop, okay? At the same time, go to the next stitch and pull up the back loop. Okay, then pull a loop through both loops and proceed the same way we've been doing our treble crochet. Okay, so I hope you have something that looks like this. So that's for row 18. So row 19, chain 2, turn your work, yarn over twice. I'm going to treble crochet the next 2 stitches together. Okay, so come to this very first stitch and we make this decrease the same way we've made for row 18. So this is row 19, treble crochet the next 2 stitches together like that. This is how I treble crochet mine. Okay, this is how I make my decrease, I should say. After that, I'm not going to chain 2 but rather yarn over twice and skip the next 2 stitches, 2 chains, and just place your treble crochet. Okay, still I'm not yarning over twice, I'm just going straight to the next stitch with a treble crochet. Okay, but then I'm skipping the chain 2 spaces. So after that, proceed as normal up to the end of row 19. For row 20, you're going to make a chain of 2, turn your work, and you're going to treble crochet into all the next stitches until you have 2 stitches left. So we are going to treble crochet these 2 last stitches together too. Okay, and proceed with our treble crochet. This is the way we've been doing it. After that, you're gonna make a chain and you can now cut off your yarn here. So I hope you have something that looks like this. Okay, this is the back panel, you can see, and this is the front panel here, the one with the neckline. The back panel has no neckline, but the front panel does have a neckline. So I hope you have something that looks like this, because you're going to be beginning our joining process. We are going to be joining off the shoulder part first, but remember this is the only part you're going to be joining. Okay, and do the same for this side. So I've already joined off one side, and now let me show you how to join off the other side. So you're gonna come here. Remember we have 10 treble crochets, so it's better if you count your stitches and make sure that you're working into 10 treble crochets only. Okay, because these are 10 treble crochets make up for 10 stitches. So you're gonna insert your darning needle, insert your yarn. This is where I use my darning needle actually. Attach your yarn, make sure it's tightened in place, and then after we are going to begin joining, and this is how I'm going to join my work. Remember, if you don't have a darning needle, you can use a hook and just slip stitch together or single crochet together the back and the front panel. Okay, so I'm taking off one loop, one back loop at the back panel and one front loop at the front panel. Okay, you can see one back loop and one front loop at the front, and I'm gonna do this up to when this section is done. Hope that makes sense. As I said, if there's anything you don't understand, please feel free to drop it in the comment section down below. And I also have a written pattern for this same crochet top. It's on my coffee shop, and I'll see if I can also put it on my Etsy shop soon. All you have to do is check out the links in the description box. So I'm coming towards the end of my joining. Okay, and here we are. I'm actually slow on camera, but when I'm doing it off camera, oh god, I'm so fast. I'm really fast. So I don't know about you, I hope you're also fast, whoever is watching this. So this is what we have. Okay, you can now just weave in your your yarn all together, or you can leave it for later. This is really up to you. So I hope you have something that looks like this. Okay, so I'm going to be repeating the same procedure onto this side. Repeat the same thing this side, okay, and I'll meet you when I'm done. So I'm done joining the shoulder part. You can see our neckline is really outlined and beautiful. I love it. The next step is for us to identify how we are gonna stitch together the below part, because remember, when we're stitching our work together, we have to leave out the armhole. Okay, you do not stitch together the armhole. I'm going to be joining together 7 inches from down. Okay, join together 7 inches from down, and the rest of the space up, I'm gonna leave it for our armhole, sorry, for our sleeves. Okay, so grab your darning needle and continue to stitch your work together, but remember to make sure that the wrong side is the one on top when you're joining your work together. So I'm going to tie my yarn, or fasten my yarn. After that, grab your hook, your darning needle, and begin to join your work together. So since there are no defined stitches, we're just going to make sure that our work is corresponding, the front and the back panel. Okay, so make sure that row 6, should I call it row 1, is corresponding with row 1, and make sure that the box rows, which is from row 2 to 5, they are also corresponding. Okay, just do that up to the below part, up to the bottom. I'm done joining off one side, so I'm gonna come to this other side. You can see how my joining looks like. Okay, I love it. So you're going to come to this side, the left side, and do the same measurements, chain of 7 inches from this point going downwards, and I'll meet you when we're done. So this is what we have, and the next thing is for us to join the sleeves. So just fold it into 2. Okay, this is your sleeve, fold it into 2 and join together. You're going to join from this point to this point, and you're going to do the same for both sleeves. Remember, we have 2 identical panels which make up the sleeves. So I'm done joining my sleeves, you can see, and this is the wrong side inside, and now this is the right side, the one on top, and you can see our work, that's the wrong side. So our sleeves are right side up and our body is wrong side up. So you're gonna come inside, place your sleeve inside like this, and you have to make sure that the joint part on the sleeve or the seam on the sleeve is in the same line with the seam on the body, because we want that part where we join our sleeves and the body to be all covered up underarm. Okay, so I'm just going to join all around. Okay, so this is what we have. Remember, I'm left-handed, so if sometimes I don't flip my videos, please don't freak out. So just come here and begin to stitch your work. It's really simple to do. I've gone all around the sleeve, making sure that I attach it to the body, and we are coming towards the end. Okay, since we have no specific stitches, just try to figure it out. So continue to join, and now you can tighten off your yarn and cut off the excess yarn. Okay, just can cut off the yarn now. So I hope when you turn it around you can see that now this is the right side. Okay, and I hope you have something that looks like this. We have already attached one sleeve, and I'm going to be attaching the other sleeve onto the other side. Okay, it's really simple to do, and you can use my technique actually. Like, the body has to be on the wrong side up and the sleeve has to be on the right side up. Put it inside and then weave it all around. So when you're done attaching your sleeves, you're gonna weave in the ends, cut off the excess yarn, and this is what you're gonna be having at the end of it all. Okay, so if you like this video, please do not forget to give it a like or a thumbs up, and you can also comment on my video and subscribe to my channel for more crochet videos. For the written pattern, feel free to check in the description box down below, and it's only going to be for $3. Yeah, so thank you for watching and happy crocheting.